What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome into the Tuesday edition of your show. My name is Gary. I'm so happy that you are joining us on yet another incredible edition of Saskatoon's only live show from 4 to 5 p.m., originating from this beautiful city of ours, as far as we know. And so damn proud to be able to say that, because a lot of people, you know, they want to get out there and they want to be different, but then they end up doing the same thing that everyone else is doing around here. No, we said, no, we're going to be different. We're going to go live every weekday, no matter what. And that's what we do. And it's created so much awesomeness and so many incredible, not just moments, but friendships and family growth. It's a beautiful thing. And it's all thanks to you in this beautiful city of ours. We also have a camera. And this camera, it just keeps getting better. The gift that keeps on giving, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Ooh-wee, look at her. You know, you can tell. You can tell she got the blowout. She went to the spa. They got rid of all this shedding and all that stuff. Shout out to our friends over at Head to Tail in Sutherland. But right now, we're talking about Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. They do not do grooming. That's what we can talk about, Head to Tail. But everything else, they have you covered. I'm talking from the moment you walk in. You'll be greeted by their greeting dog, whose name is Leroy, and Leroy just so happens to be dating our greeting dog, Maggie, which makes it super cute. They are Saskatoon's power puppy couple. And once you walk through those doors, Leroy walks you up to the till, and then once you're at the till, talk to Mike or Rochelle, and they'll guide you through your experience, and it'll be so incredibly fantastic. From the brand new buckle-up collars and matching leashes, to all of the toys, all of the outfits, all of the dry food, and real raw food. In the fridges, in the back, right beside the cleaning station, as all the pets are about to get real dirty. This cleaning station, the best in the city. It's all there for you. And they're also open after hours and on weekends. Thanks to Kirsten, Shar, and Chris. All of that majesticness waiting for you over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. As Maggie continues to drift off into puppy dreamland, which means it is time to get this show started. We got LB on the ones and twos today doing his thing. Fresh off another flight. He took his mom up this time for a flight, and apparently there was no need for grampers. That was good. Everything stayed clean. No one peed themselves. Fantastic job. She's starting to get some confidence flying with LB. Tuesdays here, we get all out of angst. It is a podcast that we have started, and boy, oh boy, is it ever fun. And we're about to prove it to you yet again right now. We have, from all the bands and from all the natural products, it's Uncle Mike and Matt. I can never find like the perfect way to introduce you guys. I've had
that was pretty close.
Well, I've had numerous people come to me and say, you can't say Matt from all the bands. You have to say all the bands that he's from. It's like, well, you can't do that. It's way too long.
Well, and then it
You
puts
know?
parameters. Like, what if there's going to be multiple more bands?
Well,
That's
exactly.
it. It's too hard.
There is an update on that, the Rob one, which is that stuff he had messaged me yesterday. So basically, yeah, he texted me at lunchtime, and he's like, so we're going to go record, I think it's early April. They're doing at least 5 songs or whatever. And then I was like, oh yeah, we're moving into a house, so I plan on making these a priority. But I'm super stoked on it. And he's like, oh, that's the beauty of this. There's no timeline. So I'm like, still, obviously, I want to get it done as quick as possible because it's exciting, and
That's it, man.
But that's fun that that's kind of in the works. And
This is what we say. That's why we say from all the bands, because you're always not just doing your main bands, but you're helping out with all your buddies' bands too, and you're like always growing.
I just like music. I like doing it. I like being part
And
of
you're
it.
friendly, dude.
Yeah.
That's the other thing in an industry so full of people that are not friendly. Like, you stand out when you are.
Yeah, it's
You know?
kind of nice
And
to,
that's why people
to
come
not
to
be
you.
a dick.
Yeah. Here, that'd be a great shirt, hey? We're looking into
It's
doing some
kinda
merch.
nice.
That would be a pretty good one for the new Damn shirts that we're going to be getting out here. Uncle Mike,
Yo!
from all the natural products. Happy spring has sprung, brother. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Hanging in there. you know.
Grinding.
Yep. Got my
the name of the
crotchless
game.
pants on today because
Finally.
it warms up 3 degrees, and I gotta, it's a transitional phase, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't go right to the shorts. I start
I like that.
full pants, and then I go crotchless pants, and then eventually we'll come to the shorts. But
This is good.
yeah,
I feel like we should all be crotchless pantsing right now.
yeah. I also have
We're letting
some.
them down. We're letting them down. You know what I mean?
Aaron's doing that.
I got my knife right here. We can.
I
make
don't
a-
have anything to be embarrassed about.
I do. That's why I don't want to. It's so small. Yay.
There you go.
That's why we always say you're the manliest man. You're the William Regal of this team, if you will. He's
The
you guys
Regal
remember-
Beagle.
You remember William Regal at all? I guess you
No.
guys aren't really wrestling fans. So he's a wrestler, and he's wrestling like coach now, and he does like managing stuff. He's British. He came from England, and he's an incredible wrestler, but they didn't really know what to do with him. And then he had a bit of a drug problem, like most guys did back in the wrestling days. So to punish him, they gave him the moniker of the manliest man. And so he was the manliest man, William Regal. And when he would come out, his Titantron video would be him in like a construction suit, like jackhammering and like chopping down trees like a lumberjack, like just doing manly stuff. And then the song was, he's a man, real man. And it was like all to punish him. So it was like hilarious because it was meant to be like hilarious to
Right.
embarrass the guy. But it went over because it's so outrageous and it was super funny.
Well, it's
William Regal.
yeah. I'm gonna adopt that song maybe.
We should
I'll
start
have to
using
find
it as the intro maybe.
That'd be
for you.
amazing.
We'll walk you up to the manliest man.
Well, and it's funny, back then, maybe funny is not the right word, but now we call it a drug problem, but back then it was just
Cool.
like
They just
showbiz,
It's called
was-
wrestling.
right.
That's what it was. You were wrestling. Like
Yeah.
if you watch any promos from the 80s and 90s, you'll notice pretty quick they're all very energized,
Very energized,
fired up.
yeah.
And the concussions were just bell ringers.
Oh, yeah.
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 Man, I almost had one of those. We'll get into this a little bit. I almost conkied myself at Hockey Helps the Homeless on Friday, boys.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
was
impressed. You looked pretty good out there. If you weren't mic'd up with all the breathing, you'd be like, man, this guy's in great shape.
Yeah, but that's amazing. I think that's what I loved about it is like, is the mic'd up.
Oh,
It's
no, that's
hearing
what made
that,
it- yeah,
like,
that
yeah.
made it.
Fish out of water,
it's
boys.
just
Fish
it's
out of
amazing.
water. You're talking former pros all over the place and other guys that played at very, very high levels. And then me. Tier 3, a couple of my final years, a midget with the Bobcats. Look out. I did have one season where we led the Neon Flamingos in scoring. Still talked about to this day. Thanks to my buddy Bo Mitchell and Graham Mitchell. The Mitchell Bros were on our team. And everyone's like, whoa. Gary did not lead the team of points because Graham was on the team. And we're like, yeah, he was, but he only played half the games. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
A stat's
we
a
got
stat.
that.
You're on
Checks out.
top.
At the last draft I was at for the Fat Tito, it came up and Bo was there. He's like, still to this day, this guy. And he pulled up, there were still stats on it. He pulled it up
Oh,
on his
yeah?
phone. He was showing people at the bar. Like, dude, come on. It was like 2013. Leading the team.
But it's
like,
nice
he's
to-
Still there, it's
Stop,
still
stop.
happening.
Don't show them. No, the wrong page. It's over there. Don't just stop it. No. Like so proud, but totally have no reason to be.
It's like me with my forklift certification card. It's just like, oh, did that drop off?
Sorry.
Whoopsies.
realize I
how
still had that.
embarrassing.
Is
Yeah.
it this thing? Oh,
This is why I love you guys, man. I was watching the Pat McAfee show earlier today, and I'm always noticing these little things that he does. And one of the little things that he brought up today was talking about how he doesn't do interviews, he has conversations. I'm like, man, that's been my saying for like the last 15 years. I love that saying because that's so true. And it's like, man, the biggest guys in the world are starting to use the lingo that we've been using, which is very, very good. Let's
see some residuals.
Hey, we don't need no royalties. It's all good, but it's nice to see you're on the right track. It's always those little nudges that say keep doing what you're doing. Because nobody wants to hear an interview, man. Like, when's the last time you watched an interview and said, this is awesome. I love interviews.
Yeah.
If you do, it's because either someone lost their shit or someone else had a hidden agenda. And there was a reason that it sort of bloomed into something that people talk about. Most of the time, the best stuff you get is from conversations.
I 100%.
That's it. And that's how we do this whole show. That's why we say we go live, because if you're not going live, man, you're just reading cue cards.
Yeah. Well, and I just, of course, I can't remember now who actually it was, but I think it's a comedian, and they're doing now a live show. Like either it's a late night, but like, again, similar, live. It's not taped. It's like
This
and
is
there's
it, man.
lots of hype around it.
It's the future. And it's
yeah.
only because no one is doing it.
Yep.
Everyone's scared of it.
Well,
And
it is
it's-
scary because when you have nothing to fall back on, you're like, well, what are we going to talk about? It can go awry pretty quickly.
You spend 7 years on the radio doing that, you get pretty good at always just getting through it. You just figure it out as you go. Like throw the kid in the pool, let him learn how to swim.
Yep.
You know?
I feel like because back in the day, I would like think about what I was going to say on stage
Oh, yeah.
or whatever, and it was like a
course.
whole thing. Like I would worry more about what I'm going to say in
Totally.
between. And then I got to a point where I was like, oh, I'm comfortable. I can just wing it. And there was a few good years there where it was really good, and I was having a good interaction between me and the audience. And then I feel like the last few, I'm like, oh, I've been doing this for years. And then I know like the birthday show, I just got into the mic and I was like, I thank you guys. Or I didn't know what to say. Like true, I had probably had quite a few cocktails at that point, but like that was one of the times where it just didn't pan out for me. And then everyone's like expecting you to say something great or something, meaningful. And I just,
Hold on, are we talking about the one that I...
yeah,
that
the one that you hosted.
Dude, you were so busy. Like, you want to talk about someone who has no time to talk to anybody. You literally played with 3 different bands.
Yeah, it's true.
It's nuts.
But I feel like it was like somebody bringing up, some of those shots. I feel like that might have had something to do with it, because then I just got there and I just thought for 1 second, which was my biggest problem.
Yeah.
Anytime you think,
Don't
that's
think.
yeah. And then I said,
Don't
Rule
think.
so
number
what,
one.
what am I going to say? And then there's already that second of like, awkward
Yeah.
silence.
And then it just...
and then for some reason, there's like crickets. Like,
Right.
how does that?
I believe the term we're looking for is snowballing. It's the snowball effect. Once you get that little bit, it just goes. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, no one's saying anything. Pins are dropping all over. You're like, well, I guess we'll play another song.
Yeah, it's like, and I had him in a palm of my hand. So like, this guy's amazing. He's a guitar god. And then it's like, nope, he is a mere mortal. I'm better than him.
Well, and really, I mean, you're there to play music, not to talk,
It's-
right? So
well, that is the thing. Like, I do hate when people give bullshit speeches,
Yeah.
about what they believe in or what you should be doing
I
or how
believe
you
it's
should be
called
moving.
preaching.
This is true.
Yeah, nobody likes to be preached at, unless you're in a church. If there's a place where you're supposed to be preached at, okay. But don't come to me and start preaching. Nah, bro. Not going to fly.
That just reminds me there. I've probably told the story before, but there's like a church just off of Broadway, and it said, "You park, you preach." So like, I'm assuming that was like the preacher's spot or whatever. So Murray would always come up and he would always be like, "Teen pregnancy is a growing epidemic," or like, he'd say something, then just pull in and park there.
like, all right, checks out. You're good.
He preached.
No
He's
tickets
in.
for you.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, before we get anywhere else, you guys, I'm going to get this live read because I love doing these, and they're always so much fun. You'll see on the screen behind us, as well as the banners on the bottom. Here we go. Get pre-approved before you shop. Whew. The housing market's heating up, and homes are selling fast. If you're serious about buying, getting pre-approved isn't just smart, it's essential. All right? Mobiliarente with TMG, the mortgage group, will help you know exactly how much you can afford so you can make strong, confident offers. With access to multiple lenders, he'll secure the best rates and terms for you, making the process simple and stress-free. Man, that's so well written.
And man, does that hit home.
Not done yet. Don't lose out on your dream home. Get pre-approved today. Wait for it. Mobiliarente, mortgages made simple. Call or text 306-370-5804. That's our dude, Mobley. And again, if you want to be like him, you want to get something up on the screen back here, okay? You want to get in these banners down here. You want your business to be heard. This is the place to do it, all right? And it's real easy. Look at that. We got control back.
Boom.
Albie figured it out.
And
So pumped.
Which way am I pulling?
So we are
again?
going this
Okay.
way. We're getting it that way. All you have to do, if you want us to start promoting you, you want to become a part of this family, all you got to do is don't be a dick or an asshole. That's it. And then email us. And the theme song, are we ready? Have you heard the theme song yet? You missed last week. I've sort of adopted the theme song. Try to harmonize on this. It's real quick. 3 bars. Here we go. Just send an email to contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Let me send it out. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. Oh, you hit Mike.
Oh,
Dude, you're supposed to
you
watch the
guys.
box, bro.
WCBU claim.
What?
That was my
I think
eye.
we're okay. I gotta do something with WCB, don't I? Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Interesting. We'll put that on the list. I did send them an email back, and there was a payment I was supposed to make. I better put a reminder in my phone.
Yes,
just to
you know
make
what?
sure.
It's probably not the worst idea. That's a good one to be up to date on.
Yeah, it's always a fun time
Oh, I
when
know.
you deal with all these things. WCB Figure it out. There it is. That's a good alarm right there. We also have a website.
Yeah, you do.
Anyone going to ask me to prove it?
Prove it.
Oh, just like the email, minus the contact symbol and the words contact. The @ symbol. Minus the @ symbol and the contact. Oh, we're on fire. I'm mad at this one. We're going to send it away. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here. Ooh, and it's gut
That was a
shot.
low
Got him.
blow.
Always hitting. That's what it's about. Man, I could frame this in even more. Look at this. I'm just watching Uncle Mike when you're on that chair. It works out well. Like, look at this. Man. If you can simmer down to your right a little bit more. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Zimmer down, bro. Zimmer down. All right. Got a bunch of stuff done there. That feels good. You guys ready for a story?
Always.
So on this Tuesday, the bottom line and myself, bottom line, best dad in the universe, we roll out to Costco. I said, Dad, we got to fill up the fridge. It's getting embarrassing. Everyone's going in there and they're like, what the hell, man? What's the deal with this fridge? Why is it empty? You know? So it's like, okay, we can handle this. So we get to Costco and we walk inside. We grab a cart. Dad goes, you better take a cart too. I say, okay. So I grab one. He goes ahead of me. I'm just going to piggyback so I don't have to show my card or anything. We'll just go in. And then he stops to pull his card out. So I'm like, oh, you know what? You're taking too long. I pull out my card. Hello to the lady. I give it to her. Beep. All right, we'll see. Oh, sir. Whoa. What's wrong? Your card has been deactivated. Okay. And I look at the lady and I go, so can we just forget about that and I can just go with him? She's like, no, you have to go around and you have to go talk. So I get upset and I run myself, hey, it's all good. It's okay. We'll just go figure this out. It's fine.
It's an opportunity.
Opportunity to do some learning, you know, and to do some mental growth. So Dad starts heading in. I was like, I'll see you on the other side, Dad. I go over. I tell the lady, hey, listen, my card deactivated. And I knew it was deactivated because, and I wanted you guys to take on this. So the bank sent me a new card, okay? And March 18th was the deadline to pick up said new card. Me being me, it's like, okay, I have till March 18th. I don't worry about it. Put an alarm on my phone on March 18th and the morning of. It's like, oh yeah, I got to go pick up that card now. As I'm putting my jacket on to head on over to pick up said card, I get a text saying, your card is no longer available and has now been deactivated. Like, but you said March 18th. So I tell the lady at the Costco this, and she says, yeah, that's pretty weird. Why would they say that's your final day if it's not actually a day that you can pick it up? Like, I guess this is something we have to send up the ladder to Mr. Big Bank, you know, because clearly this is one of their biggest issues. God, banks. Anyways, so she proceeds to talk to the person on the phone while I'm standing there, and everyone's looking at me, and then she gives me the phone, and I start talking to the guy. And the guy's asking me questions. I tell him, yep, this is all my fault. This is on me. I screwed this up. I should have went there the 90 days that I had before that day, but you gave me a deadline, so I went on the deadline thinking it would be okay.
We all do.
Pretty normal stuff for guys, at least
For
guys
normal
like me.
procrastinators.
The very
you know?
last day
Yeah.
is the day
That's
I'm
when you do
on.
it. It's like,
Right.
oh shit,
It's
now I
just-
need to do it. I better do it.
And to the point where you put it in your phone. So
Right.
it's like, of course it is my fault. At the same time, the system's a little bit flawed. And the guy says, all right, just hold on, I'm going to put you on hold. Is that okay? I was like, do I have a choice? He's like, nope. Okay. If you ever thought to yourself, being on hold with Costco can't get any worse, try doing it while in Costco.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I'm sitting there. I'm listening to the Costco waiting music. I have an elderly lady beside me yelling at both employees in front of me about how nobody told her that this was going to happen and now this is this. And they're trying to explain to her how computers work. Got someone else over here fighting with someone there about something else because I'm in customer service. So obviously everyone's pissed off and they're all trying to do stuff. I literally curled up in a ball in front of the place and I was just like this on the phone. 35 minutes.
Oh boy.
Oh no! And your dad.
My dad had went all the way through. He called me waiting to check out. And I was still there on the phone. And as these people are yelling, I'm doing this. And then my dad called me, so I got both phones. I'm like this, doing this one for a bit, people walking by. It was such a mental hurdle, but still just reminding myself, hey, learn from this. This was my fault. I should never have left this to the last second.
Okay, and what did you learn? get those sunglasses with the like mustache and nose. So when they're like, "Can I just go in with him?" and they're like, "No," you're like, "Okay, fine, I'm just gonna leave," and then you come right back with the mustache, the fake.
Get a little tip of the cap. Yeah. Always bring a disguise to Costco. I think that's the lesson. But we did figure out that they are going to send another one in the next week or so. But unfortunately, all the scheduled takeouts from said card will be canceled, which I've already had one today with the business. So I had to flip over all the business stuff to a different card, all because I waited to the last second. Boy, oh boy.
It wasn't even the last second. Had you have gone on March 18th at 4:55,
March 17th.
or March
17th.
No, they say, and so in my opinion, March 18th. That means I have
to
to
me,
end
I
of
would
day March 18th.
We're all
Right?
the same boat.
Yeah.
That's not true with this certain bank in Costco.
Yes. Right.
They're like a Price is Right. You can't go over.
That was
Right.
it. I got too greedy.
Yeah, but it's
Flew,
like
flew
it's-
close to the sun.
Yeah.
Way too close.
Got Icarus over
Icarus,
here.
yeah.
I Icarus myself, and that's okay. Like I told my dad on the way home, I said, well, you know what? I'll never do that again. I will never do that again. And we always say it's not a mistake if you learn from it.
True. So you just put the reminder in for March 17th. So you still go the last
Yeah,
day,
that's
but
it.
it's just the last day
Well,
in
no.
their world.
Unfortunately, I really need that card to run the business, so it's like I'll probably get that the day it is because it's now on the backup card.
Then you feel like such a sellout. You're like, now I don't even procrastinate.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
You're,
who
on
even
top,
am
you're
I
showing up on time for things
I'm
and
going to
getting things paid on
diversify
time.
my
What
stock
the hell?
portfolio now.
Yeah, no kidding. I end up wearing glasses, carrying a briefcase right away.
Pocket protector.
Sweater vests.
I don't know if I could ever pull off one of those. That's a real look there. I will say this though, boy oh boy, to start a day like that, there's nowhere to go but up. That was my big takeaway. Was I learned a lesson, and now look at us go. And I stayed positive the whole way. And we've got a bunch of good things happen now, and we've got more good things coming down the pipe. It's really cool when the universe acts properly. Like if I wanted to be, I could have caused a scene. Like I was ready to smash that phone, throw it through the
Those
door.
are the types of situations where you freak out.
That was it. And I very easily could have, but I made sure I kept reminding myself, you did this, you will pay the price and you will make it right. Because I was watching something the other day talking about how if you ever want to figure out whether someone is like truly evil or not, they break it right down to the simplest points of if the person never takes the blame, always puts it on someone else, always has excuses, they're not a good person. That'll be an evil person because a good person will take responsibility, learn from it, and move on. And it's like, well, that's what we did. And then the universe says, that is what you did. Congratulations. You're going to have a great day. And today has been great. Another example of doing good things and having them happen to you. That's why we end the show the way we do each and every weekday here, because it's true and it works. If you're a good person, the universe will notice.
So, question, I guess. Now I'm really intrigued about this whole.
Uncle Mike from All Natural Products, go ahead.
So what if you were just shopping with your dad? Like he was under his account.
Spoiler alert, he pays for everything. Sorry, Nickel Plumbing.
So, but then
Donates.
why would you need
Donates,
your
please.
car? Like, if I'm going in with my wife or my dad or my brother, and I'm going there to assist him
That's
in
you know
putting
what?
things
This goes
in the
right
car.
back to the initial start of the story.
Second cart?
I got cocky. It wasn't even the second cart. I got cocky.
You wanted to flash.
I wanted
a little
to not even.
steez.
I wanted to beat my dad in because he was fumbling around as well. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, Dad, I got it.
Right.
So
Okay.
again, all ego trying to be like, Dad, you're slow. Watch me. Bang, bang. If I would have done that, if I would have just followed right behind him like I always do, hey, I'm with him, okay. Like literally after it happened, I said, okay, can we just forget that happened? I'm just going to go with my dad. No. I would have did it how I normally always do it,
No problem.
but then the universe wouldn't have taught us a lesson.
That's true.
But
It all goes.
You're right. You did something different. You stepped out of the matrix,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then it ended up screwing you. That's why
That's
I
it.
only order the same meal everywhere I go. It always screws me over when I try and
Yep.
step out.
Well, then you
what's
try something new, and it's like, I should have just gone with what I always have.
Every time.
That's why don't give me options.
Sounds like
Just
Netflix
give
all
me,
over
like,
again.
Yeah.
It's the Netflix
Give
syndrome.
me scrambled eggs and broccoli for every meal, and that's what I will eat.
That sounds great to me.
It actually is quite delicious. It's
Are we
really
putting-
good for you, too.
Are you putting cheese whiz on that, Brock?
Oh, no.
God, I forgot he's healthy.
That shit will
He's a
kill ya.
Velveeta man.
God, I love
Actually, I had
cheese.
cheese whiz last night.
It's one of my favorite cheeses.
Last night I was putting cheese whiz on crackers. Like, that's something I haven't had in years. You
What are
know?
your top
best.
things to put cheese whiz on?
Everything.
Like, do you mess around
Macaroni,
with, like, celery?
macaroni and
like
cheese,
putting it on
celery, toast, bread, Man, you name it. I'll dip anything. I just love cheese whiz. Cheese slices, like, I don't care. I'll take an off-brand cheese slice. I just love cheese slices. I pound them back. That's all. Like, I added grilled cheese sandwiches to my rotation
Oh, yes.
of bologna sandwiches. So I went through a 60-pack of cheese slices in the last like week and a half.
At our house, we definitely like the cheese,
Oh, yeah.
like American cheese
So
slices
good.
for, well, not American cheese slices, but that style of cheese.
It's cheese, man.
yeah.
Cheese slices. That's all
We
you gotta
like
say.
that as opposed to, a cheddar or, like
Yeah.
an actual block of cheese.
Yeah, give me a slices all day. As far as moments go, out and about, you guys ever had one of those lately where you've come close to blows, not just with the person, but yourself? Any of those, or am I the only one that got myself into one of those?
I'd say the closest I've had to that, it'd be a couple weeks ago. I was driving down Cumberland, and there was a guy stopped at the light, and he had his puppy or whatever. And I'm driving, and I hit a yellow light. And either way, he starts walking on the yellow, and I'm like, I'm gonna go through this yellow, and he gives me like a one of those, and I kind of I'm walking here, and I kind of gave him one of these like, so I don't know, that's probably like I think it was like one hand, like he had this little, it was like one of those, like, I don't know, a Shih Tzu or something, and he was like, and I was like, man, I've got a yellow light here. Like, true, I could have slowed down, but like, it was at my end of my
It's a
work
yellow
day.
light. You gotta get through, man.
I just want to get home. I've been at work for over 10 hours.
Here's a question.
I didn't even get a chance to see if the dog flipped me off.
Was he walking at the wrong time?
Well,
Like, was he a little early?
He jumped.
jumping.
He
Yeah.
was trying to cross on the yellow, and I
So,
was trying to.
yeah.
So, like, to me,
That's
I
on
could
him.
have slowed
No.
down, but I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah,
like,
then you jam on the brakes
because
and
I hate
potentially.
when people, like, it turns yellow and they slam on the
Right.
brakes. It's like a yellow means you can proceed through as long as the nose of your vehicle's in.
Yep.
You're good to go. So, like,
Right down to the rule book. That was very well
well,
stated.
I do have a
Yeah.
commercial driver's
Hey,
license.
you were just bragging about it before, man.
Yep.
Well, and the forklift certification,
Sorry.
but my.
I thought the forklift overruled everything.
Well, it does.
Okay.
And the best is when you use the triple prong. Like, it's like,
Ooh.
yeah, it's you
Tripler.
feel pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
like lifting something but 3 times.
Triple lift.
I'm a man.
That is a very manly thing. Okay, so do you have any interactions?
I
like
mean,
that?
kind of a similar interaction, I guess. And this was not going through an intersection. I was literally driving down Victoria Avenue, and a woman was like getting, into her car, or getting something out of her car, and she gave me one of these for driving past her. Like, I still don't understand that whole interaction. Like, I was driving the speed limit. I had actually even moved over, like you give. Even though there's enough space between the driving lane and the parking lane for someone to open their door, but
just a
I
courtesy,
just give,
just
I'll
like-
hug the curb to the boulevard a
Just
little
so
bit more.
I know that you're there and
Right.
I respect your
And like, I
space.
was just driving, and she gives me one of those, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't, and then I'm like, was it directed at me?
Yeah.
Was it something, like, I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't speeding past you. I wasn't splashing you in a puddle. I wasn't blowing a red light, It was just like, what the hell? And so then it just, makes me scratch my head. And then actually a couple times, I don't know if it's the spring, but people get antsy with driving.
Oh.
And I don't, I drive the speed limit or slightly over. Like, I'm not a slow driver, whatever.
pace, yeah.
I keep the pace of the road, whatever. And you just get those dudes that are on your ass, trying to like put. It's like, well, I'm not like.
Not
you can
helping
go
anything.
around me. Like,
Yeah.
at any time, you can
ain't
go around me.
helping Nothing, dude.
What do you want from me?
And it's more like, I would rather them like stop and yell something at me, like, you're whatever, like,
Give you an
you're
idea of what happened,
exactly,
yeah.
right? As opposed to like,
Give me
I
some
don't even know
context,
why
bro.
you're
Yeah,
upset.
yeah.
I don't know why you're upset, and so I have no, recourse
Yeah,
as
you
to
can't
why.
learn from this
Right,
experience
exactly.
you don't know what you did
If I'm
wrong.
doing something wrong, correct me. But if you just like abruptly, pass me or drive or whatever.
In the world today,
Driving.
Everyone wants to yell their opinions and yell everything, but the second that there can be something to gain from it, people forget about that. It's like, no, I just want you to know that I'm mad at you. I'm not going to tell you what.
Right.
I just want to vent because everything's anger-inducing right now.
And you know what? When it really comes down to it, they're probably not mad at me at
No,
all.
I
They're
think-
mad at themselves,
There
right?
it is.
My
It's an internal
situation is-
There
struggle.
it is.
It's not me, folks.
That's right.
It's you.
Welcome to the world we live in, and welcome to the reason we started this place, to get rid of that garbage and bring back The golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. The second we all start doing that, man, I'm telling you, all of that garbage goes away. All of it. Every single bit. You guys like ice baths? You ever done an ice
I
bath?
actually am starting to, not a full-blown ice bath, but for the old hand, icing it.
Ice in
yeah.
the hand,
I
yeah.
don't know if I could. I'd probably be into it.
What about you?
I finish my showers cold. That's not quite an ice bath.
He's a man.
Or I
real
dive
man.
into a snowbank.
Of course.
And sit.
I've
for
seen
a
some of your
while.
photo shoots too. You take baths in the outside.
Oh,
during the-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a man.
Was that one of our first, or maybe even the first day we ever, or no, this was like a couple months into our relationship. I feel like there was like a snow pile out back. We were having beers over at
Is
Aaron's.
this how he seduced you?
Yeah. But yeah,
That was a seductive one. Yeah, this is good. Okay.
But yeah, like,
Sign me up.
We took turns, like jumping into the snow, pile or whatever.
Yep.
What's that? Oh yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, and so we were daring each other, like jump in snow piles, and then we would like get back and like go into the
course.
like the shower or whatever to heat up. But yeah, it was a pretty good time. And I was dared to jog around the block in my underwear, and this is like 4 a.m. or whatever. And sure enough, as soon as I cross to go on, like, I think it's Princess or whatever, there's a car coming right for me, and I'm just gonna go with it. So
Yep.
obviously that person just saw me running around in my underwear.
Proud.
And I remember.
Proud.
Do you remember when Tom Cruise was dating Katie Holmes, and like he was on Oprah, and he's like jumped up on her
Oh,
couch,
the
and he's
couch,
like,
yeah.
"I love
Yeah.
Katie Holmes."
Yeah.
I feel like we dared Murray to do that, and he did that.
Nailed
It
it.
was a pretty sweet truth or dare game. But yeah, to answer your question, that would be the only ice bath. That
I am intrigued though. What sparked this question?
Before we
because
get there-
I do want to build one.
Before we get there, what the hell does Wim Hof mean?
Oh, Wim Hof. He's the yeah.
and
Really?
he has
Okay.
like a breathing technique too, doesn't
Oh,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, he's like the ice.
Royal Anders
ice-
is in
There's
the
an
house.
app.
Okay, everyone, whoa, one at a time. Everyone, I didn't know we had so many Wim Hof fans. What the hell, man? Anders, this is the guy you showed me before, right? That's why. Okay, I knew it made sense. Hi, by the way. So nice to see you. He created our website. He's also a member of this family. He creates everything. I love him so much. We got a free ice bath going on, you guys. My friend Aaron with the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center sent me a message today saying, check this out. This sounds pretty sweet. I'm going to read this in my business voice. This is a post from Optimist Hill. Are you interested in doing an ice bath? Do you already do them and want to show us what it's all about? Join us during Optimist Hill's season-ending Slush Cup. This Saturday, March 29th, 12 noon until 4 p.m. We're talking beer gardens, barbecue, music, fire pits. Come on, man. Free ice bath right there. Free ice bath. All right. Interested in doing a polar plunge? Optimist Hill, Saturday, March 29th during our Slush Cup. It's happening. You can register 306-361-7547. It looks like this is going to be really cool, dude. We're talking.
Might even be cold.
Oh, don't get too dad on me over there.
No, I like
all I
I
do.
like the dad
That's all
jokes.
I do.
That's actually, I love them too. We got Labatt samples, Red Bull samples, burgers and hot dogs, polar plunging and more. All going on food, music, and fun. Optimist Hill. So this weekend, if you're looking for something to do, hit up the Slush Cup at Optimist Hill. Thank you again to Aaron, our good buddy with the food bank, letting us know about that, as we love to give you opportunities to do good things, get the karma up. That's another great one for you. Oh, that's a lot of talking, hey? How you liking the new setup over there? You feel like
No,
you're
it's
facing
great.
the...
I was going to
facing
say, no, it's
Are you
good.
facing the camera enough? You're feeling okay?
I'm probably not, but
Well, it's okay.
you know,
You're getting used to it. We got the mic arm up there. Miles Canyon.
Yeah, it's
Shout
great.
out to Miles Canyon. New music out now. He was the one that recommended putting that mic stand there instead of using the little one. And the reason we didn't is because if you look at these, they all got these sides on them.
Yes.
So you can't clamp them on. But that one fell off conveniently, so we actually could do it. So to my buddy, Miles, thank you for saying that. And it's passive flying carpets. Everyone loves the new
Yeah, it's
setup
great.
over there.
Yeah, super pro.
And then I noticed, are those new chairs or just
We also
or
got
just
some
a
chairs.
rearrange? Because I was going to say these.
Uh,
I know,
LB?
doesn't lean back. My feet don't touch the ground.
it's for your posture, man.
So they should lean
Keeps
back,
you-
right? There's got to be a way to do it. He'll show us sometime.
But
We need like
I feel like
training
the
on
other
these.
one, it just
Oh, yeah.
leaned
Well, it's
way
because
too
they're
far
broken.
back.
They're broken chairs. These ones not broken. LB found a real hot line on a couple, and he went. And I still owe him $40 for it.
Good
You'll get it
deal.
sometime soon. Maybe we'll throw it on your next paycheck because I keep forgetting. But either way, great chairs.
Yeah.
Great chairs. We're
confident.
stepping up our game.
I'm excited to try them next week.
And
When I'm
you
in the
don't
hot
get
spot.
a practice sit either. I want a full,
No, I was- yeah.
fresh review. Yeah.
Well, and that's So I mean, otherwise I would have been in Maggie Cam with my crotchless pants, and then it would have been a whole thing. We would have
Ratings
been-
through the
yeah.
roof.
Ain't nobody got time.
Or
Everyone's
flagged.
so
for,
pumped.
Yeah, something.
Ratings through the roof, then flagged.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, bigwienerhunter.com
Yeah.
hits you up. It's like, we found one.
And then that's my.
Promo
Yeah.
for your
That's it.
all your
then I
profile
just
pics.
Quit everything. End on a high note. And yeah, that's it. I'm out of here.
No ice baths before. That's a
no,
very
no,
good point.
no.
That probably doesn't even affect Mike.
Yeah, it's true. Bring them down to a
Shrinkage.
normal.
What is shrinkage?
Yeah.
The real
Boy, oh
question,
boy.
though, is do you have a natural product for that?
Oh.
The enlarger actually maca root, ashwagandha. Or I don't actually sell them, but
Personal
I
use
have
only.
been known to.
Personal use only.
Actually, horny goat weed is another one.
I've heard that's a good one. Not
and
just a
then-
clever name. It's like the Shitty Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
And then what's Tribulus TNT? It's another one that is supposed to help with male enhancement for
Dynamite.
enlargement.
See, you learn something new every
Not a
day at
doctor.
this incredible
Not a
studio.
doctor.
On my way to Regina, I stopped in Davidson to get some gas, and I went to the washroom, and they had like a selection of like male enhancements, and they were herbal, and I was like quite interested in like. Why wouldn't you want to try out something for like $1 in a Davidson, bathroom that could possibly, like
I did that once at a truck stop, boys. Never doing it again.
There wasn't any hole. No, it was just a male enhancement product, and I was tempted, but I didn't have a loony.
Try something at $1 at a gas station. Yeah, you'll be
You
fine.
don't
May cause rash.
you don't want anyone else seeing you sitting there rummaging through trying to find a loony to plug in one of those.
Yeah, I don't need it. Plus, I
my
don't need
friend.
that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
need
for
it.
my
Of course
friend.
it is. It's for
I
my
don't
friend.
need it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I mean, the nice thing about some of these like herbal remedies is that the enhancement portion of it is just like a side effect. Like there's also mental health benefits to some of
No
these
one wants to
different
hear
herbs,
that.
and so it's like,
No,
it's
you
going
could
to
say-
cure my depression and anxiety, and it's going to make my dong bigger.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm just getting it
That's
for the
real. I'm doing it
depression.
for the depression and anxiety, guys.
It doesn't do it the way you think. It fixes your anxiety because you look down and you say, that's better.
Right.
Then
Yes,
you
it
don't
makes you more
worry about it all the
comfortable
time.
with
That's
what
it.
size
So
it
yeah,
is.
it's not actually. It's a
Right.
trick. It's like a
bit of
magician's
this.
trick. This is good. The All That Angst podcast, audio version. Find it anywhere on the internet. As we also do the live show here on your show every Tuesday. The audio version comes out on Thursday for you. It gets done up very nice, and we have pages with cool pictures and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, we didn't even hit the official intro yet. Boys. LB,
What?
you want to give us our super sweet intro that we still haven't put music on because I keep forgetting? Hey, look at how cool we look. See? How cool is that? Come on now. It's so badass. You're so good, LB. Thank you.
See, Aaron, I'm cool.
That's a yes, I know, honey.
that's what my
Speaking
mom
of you
says.
being cool, dude, you got a lot going on. Talk to us. You were talking about Davidson. Tell us about your latest adventures in the music world.
So yeah, I went down to Regina on Sunday to do kind of my first official jam before these shows. Like,
so cool.
we had 14 songs that I had to have prepped and ready for, and yeah, it's
That's a lot of songs.
So yeah, I drove down, left at 10 o'clock in the morning. Had my Davidson stop. Didn't have a loony, so I kept on going.
Stayed
Yeah,
small
yeah.
in the pants, yeah.
Yeah, made my.
If you didn't hear that, his lovely wife was just like, dang it.
Yeah.
Really missed an opportunity there. Continue.
Yeah, but okay. Anyways, yeah. So
You're
yeah,
not
let's
throwing up.
moving
You got
along,
this,
moving
dog.
along.
You got this. Here we go.
Yeah, I got there. I was supposed to be there for 12:45, so we had 15 minutes to,
Catch
set up
up,
or
say
whatever.
hi,
Got there, immediately set up, and I borrowed an amp from Joel because we all remember what happened the last time I played with him. I was having those noise issues.
Yes,
and,
you did.
And so I wanted to make sure I wasn't having
Avoid
it
that.
for this jam. And I even told him, I was like, yeah, I didn't want to have the issues like I did last time. He's like, oh, I totally forgot about that. I'm like, I didn't. So
It's funny how everyone does except
Yeah.
for you, hey?
But yeah, the very first song we played through, it's a new amp, like the pedal board. It's just got like two buttons. One has an arrow on it and one doesn't or whatever. So I stepped on the one right when we started, and I couldn't quite hear myself, but it's very loud in the jam. So I played through the whole song, and then I realized the whole first song I was playing through the bypass. So basically it's just like clean, nothing on it. Anyways, figured it out, and I realized the one with the arrow turns the distortion on and off. The one without, it was the effects one or whatever. So I figured it out. Anyways, sounded great. We made our way through all the songs. There's one song called Absolution. It's off of, I think, the second album, and it's a song I'm less familiar with, and we don't play it, all the classic ones.
So you don't have a lot of rep.
So
with
I
it.
had just learned it on my own before making my way up there.
So much
So yeah,
hard work.
we do the intro and then it cuts in and me and Tim both hit the first chord. And luckily I had the foresight. I learned both of the verse parts in case. So I hit the chord and then I got the kind of eyebrow Tim eyes that you don't want to get.
Yeah.
So then on the second measure, I was able to just switch over to the second part and you could see he was happy about it. But yeah, the jam went really well. And it was obviously I was concerned because I'm dealing with my thumb issue and I'm really just trying to play as not straining as much as possible. I think I could, in the end, this could be an opportunity for me to work on my technique and,
Just to throw real quick in there, just like Tiger Woods, man. Tiger Woods took time, realized he couldn't swing the way he did before, and he had to change, or else he wouldn't last. So he changed his swing all the way around, and he played like garbage for a couple months, and then once it started working, he gained an extra 10 years on his career.
And I kind of think that's where it might be.
Learning
where
to play a
I'm
little bit different.
changing a little
Yep.
bit differently. And as I was showing you that stuff I recorded
so
today,
good.
it's
So
working with a slightly different technique. Where again, I've always said when I told my students, to play, if it feels like you're pressing hard or whatever, you're doing something wrong. And obviously I've been practicing so much getting ready for all these shows that, it kind of, I must have been straining it but either way, the jams went well and I didn't have pain during the jam, a little bit on the way back, but whatever, that was good.
Dude, just get through.
But it's just exciting to make the first, jam because our show is May 17th. And I think everyone, they like it because they get to hear the music with all the parts, that they've been jamming on their own, but they don't have, I play a lot of little,
Bringing it all in
little
together.
different stuff. And I think
You're the sugar on top.
yeah, everyone eases, it's because these songs are quite technical and the way Tim writes music, he might have a tail portion of the ending part of one riff. It's used 3 times this time, but then the next time it might only come in on the second half of that and it's played 4 times. So there's lots of those memory games. So when you make it through the 14 songs and we're that was pretty good. If that was a show, that wouldn't have been bad. And everyone kind of takes a sigh and we're okay, we got this. So that the momentum's good and I'm just excited.
Man, I don't understand. There's a lot of bands like that where you have different guys coming from different places. And when you do that, the fact that all it takes is one run through of 14 songs and everyone's okay, we got this. Yeah. Blows my mind. The talent you have to be able to do that. To be able to bring people in, for instance, Arcana Kings, they bring 2 people in from BC and they meet in Lethbridge or whatever, and then they do their jam over the weekend type of thing. You have to be so incredibly gifted at being a musician to be able to just have a meeting place with some buddies and you just go through something and that's it, and then you're good. Yeah. You're not getting reps every single day.
And you just have to know your material because the
crazy
thing is, I play along to just the studio track, so it's always going to be I'm playing along to a perfect track or whatever. Right. But then when you play and
this
say there's a song Blacklight Ending that we're going to be playing on this, and that had a different drummer. It was actually a drummer from I think he's from Boston that was on the Incurable Tragedy album, but Jim is the original drummer, so he's doing his take on that song, and they're totally different.
Right.
So when you get in and play, and you're the drums are different, so you just have to stick to your gun, know your counts, and go with it. Because anytime you hear something different, usually you're a musician like myself is what did I do wrong?
Yeah, right.
I'm not hearing
Instantly,
what I go into. So
you
you just have to stick with it, and yeah.
Dude, how often do you meet before the show?
We used to do it where I would come in, 4 days before we were going on tour, and we would just do 4 real, days. Yeah. Where now I kind of, I don't know, I'll probably do 1 more at least before.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, we do what we can. Obviously, it's
the whole point of this is to show people that you are so good at this. To be able to play in 3 freaking really, really, really good bands, and to just think for 1 second, you're at your job, you have 1 task. And then all of a sudden that task groups off into like 14 different littler tasks. And then that one job out of the 14 littler ones has 2 more jobs, and you're doing it all the same. Like, how does all of that stay in there?
I just, well, as Aaron has seen, like pretty much every day I'm running through, I don't have the time to run through every band.
This is the second time this week that I've got to use the term Mick Foley syndrome. And that being the wrestler Mick Foley, everyone always asks, how did you make all of those bumps all look so real? He says, because it was. That's the secret. Yeah. The secret is, how do you do all that? Because you practice 10, 12 hours a day. That's how you get there.
So basically I'll do like into eternity, I'll run through that like for like an hour and a half or whatever. And then the next day I'll do maybe like Untimely and Raven Witch or whatever, and then kind of go back and forth. And then whichever show is coming up first,
yeah, of course, you got to go there and then
more effort in. But
I admire it, man. And I'm telling you, you're a special talent, dude, to be able to do stuff like that.
The key is just don't get mad at yourself if you mess up. Like
that's
if
life.
I could tell,
that's not just there. That's
tell
life.
Anyone anything with music, it's like you mess up no matter how bad it is. Don't worry about it, because you're the one that has the balls to get out and do it, and you're doing it. So then it's nice to you messed up, whatever, you'll get them next song or whatever. But it's just when you start getting worried about missing a note or this or that, that's when everything unravels.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes the fun out of it. And I really, again, with playing for a long time now, I want to sell an energy more than like selling the perfect. Oh, he came in a half a second early on that. Like, but the crowd likes the energy, and then you feed, and it's like this feedback loop.
That's it. It's called the pocket, my friend. Oh, I love the pocket.
What, pizza pops or pocket? What?
Oh, pizza pops. But I will never, ever, ever turn away a pizza pocket. I had some like a month ago. They're still so good, man. They're so good because they're so different.
Yeah, they're
still different.
They are still a thing. Hey?
Oh yeah, I got them at Pelican Market. They're incredible. It's that distinct, different flavor and everything. It's a whole different journey.
Pizza pocket. Hot pocket.
Man, I haven't had a hot pocket in forever. They are. They're in the States. They're like the hot pockets are like their pizza pops type of thing. They're so good. All the hotels have them. So late night.
The round ones, right?
Those are the
pizza
pockets.
Yeah.
Yes, they're the round ones. The hot pockets are like long ones.
Oh, right. Okay. And then there's
they had the
pizza
jingle.
Pops.
Hot pocket.
Pizza pops.
Okay. Pizza pops are incredible.
But
the point is,
pep and bacon guy or
any of them. Okay. I don't care what it is. I'll eat all of them. I absolutely love my pizza in any sort of pop or pocket or whatever the other one is that we were talking about.
Calzone? Would you eat a calzone?
Absolutely a calzone. Pizza bites?
I did. Oh,
pizza
man.
Bites. Pizza bagels?
Bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
Now we're showing our fatness, boys.
And I just like how you can eat as many as you want. Yeah. That is one thing. It doesn't matter how many.
Yeah, the pizza pockets, the McCain pizza pockets, they get such a bad rep because they're always being compared to pizza pops. They're totally different, people. Like it's like NFL, CFL type situation. Appreciate them both for what they are. Don't ever try to compare them because they're so different, but they're the same but different. Mm-hmm. That's the lesson there. Mm-hmm. Watch this. This is the time of the show where we throw Uncle Mike off. What's going on in the local music scene, bro? We got any shows coming up? What's happening?
Oh, boy. Well, I've been out of the loop a little bit.
He's been so busy, so there's no chance he knows anything.
There's a Dayglow abortion show coming up.
Maybe there is a chance.
May 3rd, I believe.
Oh, I got a big-ass truck.
And I mean, obviously there's a whole lot more going on, but as to what I am privy to or what I stay in tune with, that's the one I know. That's the one I kind of put on my calendar or put on my list to make sure to try to go. Dayglow is probably now, probably the band that I have seen the most now. It's
because you're buddies with them now. You've seen so many times that you're buddies.
It's just
it's
like,
awesome.
I really enjoy them, and they'll play at Black Cat or Amigos. And those are the places that I like going to, and they're affordable, and
they're awesome. Man.
They came out with a new album. I mean, it's maybe been 2 years, but like they're still putting out new music,
which is it's nice when bands do continue to put out music.
Yeah, And
I'm
and,
such
and
a-
they come every year, pretty
Yeah,
much, right? Like
I'm
they're not
such a
coming from so
Dayglow
far away.
poser. Like the only Dayglow I
Yeah,
ever
I'm a
got to
poser too,
it was
yeah.
Proud to be a Canadian was
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
like a go-to because every party you go to that got played. But then when Death Race 2000 came out, that album was like really like big ass truck. Anytime I get in a big truck, I scream sing it. Got 353, it's built right up. Like I just go full Dayglow.
Yep.
I love them, but I never went before that or after that. You know what I mean? I got my pocket of this and the album. Man, the cover art on that thing. That's got a hell of a cover art.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the crazy monster in the
Yep,
big.
in
Oh,
the
yeah,
truck.
so cool.
Yeah. Good
So that's
time.
all we got. Dayglow. What is that again?
That's,
May.
May 3rd, I think. It's right around my birthday.
Perfect.
Which is the 14th, so it's
May
I'm
14th, and I'm May 17th. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Look at
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
Nice. Nice.
Does that mean you guys have the
I
same
think that's
signs?
Taurus, baby.
Taurus, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Anders, when's your birthday? Yeah, sorry, he just had his. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus.
Triple T.
This is a tri-Taurus
Texas T.
show, bro. April 28th.
All
We're
makes
all
sense.
Taurus. It's coming together.
All makes sense.
We talk about the universe all the time doing its thing. Look what it did.
Yep.
We're going to put 3 Tauruses on a show and see how it works out.
That's I really want to make a joke about a bull in a China.
Well, I
shop
just
or
think
something.
now can we get like our horoscope like 3 for 1? You know, we just go in.
Oh, there
It's
you
like,
go.
does that
That'd be
work?
pretty
You go
good.
in and then tell me what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love that. Play like telephone with it. Just
I
spread
had
it
one
down the
time
way.
when I was teaching guitar, I had this one student, and you know, you charge whatever, blah 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 for half an hour, blah 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 for an hour, and he brought his brother who also plays guitar for the lesson, and I was like, it was kind of like,
Wait a
I was
second.
like, I'll give both of you the lesson. It's kind of a little bit, you know, presumptuous, but like, I'm not. I'm just gonna.
Right.
Does he?
Oh,
Hold on. Does the brother play at a pretty high level?
Well, they both were just wanted
needed a lesson.
wanted to learn or whatever.
They were doing the twofer.
Yeah, either
They were
way,
trying to
I
sneak
like
in on the
just that
twofer.
people are learning. That's
Yep.
that's great. But I was kind of like, oh, yeah,
Right.
next time you probably should.
I'll give you a discount, maybe.
For all the times we say getting 2 birds stoned at once, that's a good thing. That might be one of the times where not the best thing.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but either this guy was a great guy, and I ended up writing like a Metallica version of the "O Canada" for him to play at his like graduation. And I think the 2 of them
Sick.
played it, so it was a fulfilling lesson.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to turn my transmitter on. Tell me a funny story, Uncle Mike.
Funny
Never mind,
story.
Never mind. I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay, good. 'cause
LB's
I don't
gonna
have
go
any.
turn the transmitter on.
I did have some tips for you, but I have no
want-
funny stories.
I want something. I feel like we haven't had enough Uncle Mike on this.
No,
This has been like a
I
Gary and
mean,
Matt extravaganza. And
I'm
like, I
right
want some
now
Mike.
in like spring zone, so garden. I've got a bunch of seeds on order. I just put some seeds in the fridge because you have to cold stratify some seeds, kind of thing. I ordered some new fruit trees. I've got seed deliveries coming the next 2 days. I'm getting pretty stoked about getting getting the garden going and some new stuff. And
How much of the stuff you grow in the garden goes into your all-natural products?
not as much as you'd think, I guess.
You're not supposed to say that. I guess we are.
Not as much as you think,
We don't
but
lie
way
around
more
here.
than you thought.
There it is. That's the
See?
one.
See how I did
Well, you
that
can't
there?
take out all the harmful chemicals that are in so many of these products that are out there without having your own stuff that's natural.
Well, for sure, and I mean, I have used some, but it really comes down to volume. I'm not able to produce the volume that I need for production. Kind of.
You don't
thing, so-
run a farm.
Right.
These are gardens.
And then a lot of my stuff is like I'll test some new stuff out, and then I'll use it in some products, and then it's like, do I implement that into getting that product onto the shelf, kind of thing, right? So, yeah, not a funny story, but start your onions, start your tomatoes, start your peppers, folks.
Because we plan on gardening, and we got.
Yeah, you guys got space
Yeah,
now for
we're
it,
in
right?
March 30th, so we'll probably have to get right on that.
There you go. Yep.
I'm excited. What kind of garden can I get going back here? The couple boxes type of thing?
Yeah,
What do
I
you
would
think?
do like
Yeah?
a raised bed type thing. So either,
Okay.
and that can be any type of container, really, right?
Yeah.
Like you can do wood garden boxes, you can do galvanized steel, you can do
Okay.
clay pots. You can
I
do,
think it's time to get some gardening going back there. I want more plants in here. I talked to our buddy Johnny. He's got some plants for us, and we got some cool stuff. I want to be able to grow stuff out there too.
Yes.
Like some token like tomato vines or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I got some sort of vines going on in the old fence there,
Oh,
our
yeah.
Nordic fence out back, but I don't think they bear any fruits of any type.
Right.
Get
So-
some of them hemp plants or something like that.
That'd be nice. That would be very nice. but only strictly for the
For
hip.
making rope,
Yeah,
of
obviously.
course.
That joke
For
never
making
gets old. eh?
textiles.
Yes.
I like it. You're like, that is the worst joke I've ever heard.
I'm just, as a guy who knows a little bit about the stuff, it's like,
You're just,
yeah, we get it.
So Matt's not
Ham.
invited back on Tuesdays anymore.
You're cut.
Man, that you know what? That's twice now too. We had Croker in yesterday. He was just on Family Feud. You guys
Oh,
see
yeah.
that? Croker
Yes.
was on Family Feud. He was in yesterday.
What?
And right before we got talking, I told him how I just don't like the word vibe when people say, "Oh, it's such a vibe."
Right.
Oh, you should have been there. It was such a vibe. It's like I can't handle that, man. It kills me.
Were
And
you from California or what?
He looks me dead in the eyes. He goes, "I say vibe all the time, nonstop. Like everything's vibe." It's like, dude, I'm so sorry. It's like, I guess I'm just not welcome back. And we're like, no. It almost happened again. I gotta stop pushing these things. Because, hey, vibe's a great word. Everyone, you're allowed to say and do whatever you want. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't, or anyone ever say anything that will make you not want to say them. And that was sort of the lesson learned there. But I felt really bad after, because that was his crutch word.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in the industry, a crutch word is basically a word that you use whenever you're thinking in your brain. So it gives you a couple extra seconds to process your response. So for me, a lot of the times it was, and again. So I'd be talking like blah, blah, blah. Now, and again, and as you say that, your brain's going to the next point. It's like, oh, there it is, found it. You are a dumbass, like those sort of ways to do it. But I've been really trying to lose with the crutches, because they're there.
Like and basically, I feel like I hit
Oh,
those
yes.
up quite often.
The Valley Girl, hey? Like, basically, yeah.
Well, we do watch a lot of trashy programs.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Trashy
No,
programs are
of
great.
course not.
That's right.
Mike's the manly man.
LB, do you have
He's
a
a
beep,
man.
like a
Cursing beep?
Yeah,
Oh,
because that would be
censored?
those would be my crutch words.
Oh, it's just swear.
profanities,
Yeah.
probably. No, come
This
on,
is
this
good.
is a kid
Fuddle
show,
duddle.
folks.
Man, there's some crazy ones out there. Like, one of the latest that really bugs me besides vibe is, of course. Everybody, you'll notice it real quick now that I told you. The 2 words, it's just 2 words. Of course.
Like, could you use that? Like, how is it used?
Of course. For instance, we're talking. You already know what I'm talking about, so you're gonna give a lesson. You're like, yeah. So I'm gonna give a lesson. So I would say yes. So of course Matt will be given the lesson, and it's like that. Now of course we all know. Now of course this problem over here. Now of course you will see him later. Now of course everyone uses of course, and it drives me bonkers.
One I've started using and I don't like it, but 100%.
Yeah, I've done that one too. I've done
And
that one too.
I'll find myself saying it when I'm talking to my coworkers, and I'm like, I've probably said it like 200 times today. I really got to chill out.
100%, I agree.
Oh yeah, and like in the like jock realm, like let's go. That makes sense. But when people use it out of
Yes.
like let's go, or we're
But
gonna,
it's not even said in like
Right,
that.
yeah.
It's a weird like
It transcended, man. It transcended.
I've
It's
caught
a catchphrase. now.
like younger employees kind of saying it,
Yeah.
and my kids will say it now, and it's like, let's like, what do you
Yeah.
like? It's not. I don't know. It's,
Where are we
it's
going?
A weird content.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, where are we going, or what are we doing? Like, are
Yeah.
you pepping me up? And
should
I
we
was
have
like,
some
no,
dinner?
they're-
Let's go. It's
Yeah.
like we're here.
Boys, this is our all out of angst showing again. That's all it is. This
Right.
is like "Let's go" is like a new catchphrase that caught on for kids, and then they all made it cool. So now you got all the old guys trying to, hey, let's go, let's effing go.
But we use it in the wrong context because we're
That's the
using
whole
it in
point.
like, yeah, let's pump you up. Where they're like, oh, I got this new video game. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you want to play it? Or it's
Yeah.
like, no,
You
that's
wanna
just,
leave?
they're just excited that you have it. So they say, let's go. It's like, oh.
But I am cool, like in a locker room before like a big game or whatever, and people
Context,
are saying
right.
"Let's go."
Yes.
That's totally fine.
Or how about when you're yelling at your family because they're moving too slow? Hey, let's go!
Exactly.
Come on!
Yeah.
And I know there used to be a Blue Jays commercial with Gibbons or whatever, and he was like in the
Oh, Johnny
dugout, and
Gibbons.
he's like, "I just go." I feel like that's cool. That's
the
fine
one.
too. The
Give it
Gibbons
to
style.
Coach Gibbs. Man, we didn't even talk baseball. We'll talk next week. Go Jays, go. LB, you want to give Frankie a kick for us, buddy? There we go. We are officially playing piano, boys. DAM20 promo code. DAM20 promo code at UncleMike's.com. UncleMike'sAllNatural.com?
UncleMike'sNatural.com.
There it is. Head over there. 20% off your purchase. Okay? Stuff you're going to buy anyway. We love supporting local. That's what we talk about all the time. Support local. Go get some of these amazing all-natural products. Whew, what a show. I really feel like we totally Seinfelded that one, hey?
Oh, yeah.
Like there was not much there, but there was so much.
That's the beauty.
That's what we do.
Beauty of it all.
I was definitely missing you guys last week.
Yeah, we missed you so
2
much.
weeks is too long.
Way too long. Don't do that ever again. Okay? I appreciate that. And Uncle Mike's not allowed to drive his van anywhere ever again either, so we don't have to lose him. We're gonna be friends
And you're not
forever.
allowed to get sick.
That's right. Friends forever, no matter what. Just like Bayside taught us. Hey, go Bayside.
Go Bayside.
Anyone else? Any
Sorry,
other fans?
Tigers? What was
That's
the-
it. Yeah, Tigers.
Tigers.
Zach Morris, baby.
know it.
Zach and AC Slater.
AC Slater. Don't forget Screech.
Saved by the Bell. It took me for Screech. Man, poor guy. Dude. Like Lisa Turtle, just give him something. Jeez. Ridiculous.
Oh, I was gonna wear those waterproof glasses.
To Uncle Mike. To Matt from all the bands, thank you, boys. I always love and appreciate you giving us some time. The All Out of Angst podcast audio version, you can find it all over the internet. Just Google it. And it is there for you. To my sweet Roylanders, I can't wait to give you a hug, buddy. I'm sure you only gave Marge a couple treats today, right? Only 2. That's pretty good for you.
That is a couple.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. LB, love you, buddy. Always killing it. Thank you for being you. Aaron, we love you. Always great to see you, my lady. Tomorrow, we will be having another edition of the All the Way Around table, starring Coach number 1, Coach Comma 2, Curtis Anderson, and a Simon Hyatt, who could or could not be at a very cool location. A little surprise for everyone tomorrow. So looking very, very forward to that. Do not forget, Strip Down tonight, 8 p.m. Check it out, as a couple of us here from the Dam family will be in the first ever live studio audience. So a lot of fun going on with that. 8 p.m. it'll happen. Be sure to check it out and support local, like we always say. And with that, remember, karma's so real. Do good things, they'll start happening to you, I promise you. That's how we got this place. We love you. Have a great night.
Smell you later.